Hey Flosstube friends. Well, I'm back. I think just after a week. I didn't realize that I would be, but I'm glad to be back so sooner than expected. I want to just say thank you so much for all of you who have been excited to see our channel videos back on our channel, and it's been a pleasure seeing new subscribers and all the shout outs that we've gotten, and I just really appreciate it. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And we did. We had, the coolest thing is that we had 4 generations in the same room spending the day together. It was really awesome. And I had I had 6 days off, and my hubby had about a half a week off, so we got to be off together at the same time, which was really nice. So I wanted to jump in. I have a few things for you. I have a hobby farm update like usual. Not much to report except one of our chickens, it's really strange, and those of you who are chicken people out there will probably know the answer to this, but we've been getting like giant eggs, and I thought, oh, for sure these eggs are double yolked. Now our chickens are pretty small, which is really interesting. Medium size to very small chickens. I don't even know the breed. This year we tried to get different breeds because they're so pretty and fun to have. We've been getting tiny little eggs and then these giant eggs, so it's very, very funny. And then I started 2 new segments, and those will be at the end of the video. One of them is an oldie but a goodie, so I'll be sharing an oldie but a goodie with you, and then a favorite new item. And it could be Stitchy related, it may not be Stitchy related, so I put that at the end. Today I have a couple finishes for you. I have 3 FFOs, 3 whips, some collection additions. You may refer to it as stash or haul. I'm going to try to remember to call it collection editions, because I found that when I organize things, it's more of a collection. I may not use it right away, so there you go. All right, so the first FFO I have that I wanted to share with you is my Pink Hill Manor by Blackbird Designs. I showed the whip in my last video, and I made it say Grandma's house, and I showed the photos in my last video, so go back to that. And I gave you all the specifications for the fabric and the floss in that video as well. So this is a 6x8 frame I had to find on Amazon because I couldn't fit it into, it was an odd shape. I stitched it on, I believe, did I stitch this on 25 count? I don't remember. Oh my goodness. I told you in the last video what it was, and I think I spied Kim Goldman using Pink Hill Manor in her Anniversaries of the Heart. Am I right, Kim? So anyway, I love the way this turned out. I did substitute some of the colors to make it more pink and red. And so it hangs in my kitchen, because the kitchen was always an important part of my grandma's house. So that is one FFO. And then I did 2 project bags. So part of my collection edition, as a Christmas present for my mom and dad, I ordered all 12 of the Prim Stitch series, cross stitch patterns, and the fabric to go along with it. And I'll share that after I open it on Christmas morning, and I'll share that gift with you. But I prepared by making a project bag and a floss keep because my husband's present to me is the Prim floss, and I'll show that in my collection edition portion of the video. But this is the floss keep. I did have this sheep already. I picked that up at Tiny Stitches, one of my local needlework shops. And then inside, now I used all of Lori Holt's fabrics for making this. This is her Bee Plaid collection. So on the inside, I put mesh to keep my spools in for the current chart that I'm working on. And then batting on this side. This is just fusible batting for any little bits of floss that I might want to hang on to. And the bag that I finished, I love. So on the zipper pull, I attached a vintage button on the back, and I did Lori Holt's stitch card, the dollhouse. So I stitched that on her oatmeal, 25 count oatmeal, and I used the same oatmeal on the back. And so I used, this is all done with fat quarters. So I think I used 3 fat quarters to, what is it? Oh goodness, So Stable, that foam batting stuff from By Annie, I use that. And I used a By Annie zipper. I love the By Annie zippers. They make putting zippers in so much easier because they have a wider, and you can sew right over it without breaking your needle. And I'll show you an example of that in a minute. But I love that because it gives you plenty of room for your presser foot to go over. So this is the Bee Plaid collection, and then I used her Prim So Simple Shapes to do the heart and hand, and I really would love to do that quilt one day. So this is again all from her Bee Plaid collection that I used. I used the fat quarters, like I said. I made the bag nice and big. I love making big project bags. This is a different fabric on the back, still from the same collection. And then on the inside of the bag, I put her Lori Holt stitch fabric. I think everybody has seen that. Super cute. It'll hold all 12 patterns, the box of Aurifloss, and yeah, so I love that. I'm going to be popping in and out of the frame. Okay, let's see. The other FFO I have, I found this fabric somewhere. I made another project bag. I did not use the So Stable in this. And I don't even know if I'm calling that the right thing. Sorry. I feel like I'm not. But I think you all know what I'm talking about. So I found this fabric. I don't remember where. I don't remember if I ordered it online. But I just love this. I may have picked it up at Hobby Lobby. I love baking. I love pink. I have a pink mixer. My sewing job now, okay, so this is a pink zipper just from Walmart. You could tell it doesn't have much of a place where you can sew. And I broke a needle, so you can't really sew over this. This is metal, as the By Annie zippers are nylon, so it's much easier to sew over. So I missed the fabric because of my zipper foot not going over it the right way. So I just put ribbon trim over my mistakes. But I think it looks cute. And then as a zipper pull, I made a covered button from the fabric. I fussy cutted from a scrap. And in here I have my whips. So let's see, did I show you? Okay, yeah, so those are all my FFOs. I counted my project bags in that. And then inside are 2 whips that I started with the baking theme, Stitching with the Housewives. I'm starting some springtime stitching, and then I'll probably go back to winter. So I'm doing Bunny Bakery. I'm doing this on 18 count Davos and khaki putty. I love this fabric. I found more of it on 123 Stitch that I'll share probably in our next Flosstube video. But this is what I've gotten done so far. So I'm loving it, the color combination on this color fabric. And then I made a covered button needle minder. So that's Bunny Bakery by Stitching with the Housewives. I'm using all the called for Classic Colorworks. And I made some stitchy boards, but these are all of the colors. It's a little rough. I followed Lori Holt's tutorial on making her little design boards, and that was a fun project. One day I did a bunch of small ones to keep my floss on. All right, and then next in this project bag I have, and I keep them in, so I have these little clear zippered bags that I got from Hobby Lobby, where they have all the t-shirts and things that you can do arts and crafts on. They have bags, blank bags, so I picked up these clear bags. They work great, and I have it in this 31 bag. I have had this 31 bag for years. I don't even know if it's available anymore. So this is Carrot Cake by Stitching with the Housewives. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Forgive me. This is Carrot Cake. Yeah. And the flosses for that are this. Kind of almost the same orange, white. And this is my design board for Carrot Cake. All right, sorry about that. That was a huge error that won't be edited out because I can't edit. But Bunny Bakery, let me show you that, is done on pink Aida 14 count. And I'm using all the called for floss, which I've already showed you. And I love this. I'm not sure, I don't have an FFO in mind yet. But anyway, I love all these springtime colors. All right, so those are 2 whips. And I've got one more whip to show you. And it has to do with knitting. So One of my previous Flosstube videos, I shared a knitting project I started like a year ago. And I've been able to put a couple more rows in it. It's a chunky blanket. And I keep it in this basket. It's kind of funny. So I'm using this chenille chunky knit from Hobby Lobby. I don't have the label in here, but I did show it in one of my previous videos. It was probably one of the, I could picture what I was wearing in it, but I don't remember the number. I was wearing a green shirt, so if you want to know what the label is, but I'm sure if you go to Hobby Lobby, you'll see this on the shelf. It's there. They keep it in stock. And I'm using these size 50 circular needles that I got on Amazon, and it's just a regular garter stitch. So that's knit one side and purl on the other, so that it makes this nice knit stitch. Now there's a trick to this, and those of you who are wanting to venture out in knitting and maybe haven't tried it yet, I don't recommend starting out with huge needles like this. It's kind of difficult to maneuver, but if you keep your yarn, if you can think of the phrase past the points, so if you keep your yarn past the point, your tension will be a lot more enjoyable to work with, and keep it uniform. So you're not fighting with the yarn if you're just trying to knit right here on the end of the point. So past the point, keep all your yarn past the point when you're knitting, and it will be so much easier for you. So that's another whip I've been working on, and I'm hoping to put more rows in that this winter. Yeah, so those are my whips, and I'll move on to my collection additions. So like I said, my husband purchased the Prim Aura Floss for me. Oh, I love it! So the Prim calls for 2 spools two spools of 2 of the colors. And those are, I'll show you those colors if you're wondering. But it comes in this cute package. And then inside are 2 separate, let me open them for you. They are so beautiful. So one of the greens and one of the neutral colors, you need 2 spools for the whole Prim series. And I have those 2 spools, but I love it. Love, love, love. So I'm all set to go. I can't wait to start that after Christmas. All right, and then, so these were like I took advantage of Fat Quarter Shop's Black Friday sale, where you get the mystery grab bag, and I will show you that. So if you don't want to, I don't know if they shared the same mystery grab bag with everybody, so if you haven't opened your mystery grab bag yet, you may want to fast forward a couple minutes, because I want to show you what I got in the mystery grab bag. It was a $60 value. And so I took advantage of that, and I'll show you what they included in my grab bag. a magnetic needle case that says Stay Sharp. I've never used these foundation papers, so that might be a fun project to start. A Serendipity enamel keychain. I'm going to use that on as floss bling. Vintage strawberry mini cutting mat. So cute. A little needle case. Can put, I don't know, maybe you can use this to put your floss in. And then this charm pack, that's Make Time. It's got all very cute little sewing what do you call it, motifs in it. Let's see if I could show you. There's some scissors, some stripes, pins. I love gingham, so different colorways. Scissors. I love the scissors. So cute. So that was the mystery grab bag. Okay. Now I got also Black Friday shopping done on Etsy that I want to share with you. Some collection editions. This is from Lakeside Fabrics on Etsy, and I thought it was so cute the way she packaged this. I purchased some curated fabric bundles, and I purchased a 10-inch square pack layer cake last year from Tasha Noel's collection, and it's called Quilt Fair. And I just love this collection from Tasha Noel. You all may have seen this. So I really would love to do a quilt, a throw size quilt maybe this summer. And this one I really love. It's all the sewing machines. And then she sent a woo, look at this hair. A label, a quilt label that says Best in Show, that goes with the fabric collection. So I love that. This is her card, Lakeside Fabrics. If you want to take a screenshot of that. I order from her quite often. And then I also got some Lori Holt curated bundle. So let me see. This is from her Stitch. I think there's a mixture of collections in here. From Stitch and maybe Vintage Housewives. So I love the nutmeg. She calls this nutmeg, the brown. Some of this might be from Prairie. I don't know. If you guys know, you can tell me. I love that. That I think is from Stitch. And then the Vintage Ladies. So the brown and the pinks together, I just love. I just can't seem to keep up with her collections. So I'm glad I'm still able to find them if if she moves on to a new collection, because I just love her stuff. And then the last the last bit of collection editions is for my tier tray. This is from N as in Nancy, and A-N-D, N as in Nancy, N Customs on Etsy. And look at this tiny little stack for my tier tray. Look at those marshmallows. Super cute, super well made. It was super well packaged. Lots of care in the shipping. And it was pretty affordable. I had to wait a little bit, a couple weeks, because it's handmade, but it was so well worth it. I love this for my tier tray. It's just so tiny and cute. Okay, so now I'll move on to Stitchy Kindness. My friend Kim Goldman gifted me this Love and Joy PDF, which I thought was so sweet. I started stitching this with some silks. I was experimenting with some silks. I have not worked on it lately. But the story behind this stitch, if you download it, you get the story that goes with it. It's so heartwarming, and how that Christmas carol, just the whole story surrounding that is really neat. So thank you, Kim. That was so sweet of you. And then I've got an oldie but a goodie and a new favorite item. So those are my last two segments that I want to share with you today. An oldie but a goodie is a stitched item. I had a neighbor growing up where my mom and her would, you know, they would cross stitch, they would sew, and I think my mom said that they would trade items that they made from time to time. And this one is so beautiful. I love it. I'm only going to be able to show you part of it at a time. So this is, I would estimate, Mom, if you're watching, you could tell me, maybe around 40 years old. Let's see. The blue is not coming through very well, but it's a light blue. And I think they call this candle wicking. Felicia from Mashed Potato Designs, if you're watching, I don't think these are French knots. They're big. So maybe you can weigh in and tell me. You're the French knot queen. And then on the edging is like a tatting. It's so pretty. So it's a circular piece. So it goes all around. In the center, unfortunately, it has some wear and tear. But let me see if I can fold it and show you. Yeah, so there's half of it. I really treasure this. I mean, handmade things like this. I have a whole collection of handmade needlework that I'll be picking from, and lots of vintage items that I can't wait to share with you guys. So this is an oldie but a goodie. And then my new favorite item is something I something I pre-ordered on Amazon, and you may follow her on, if you're into like healthy eating, she does, Lisa Bryan, she does really amazing YouTube videos. You can follow her on Instagram too. She does lots of cool stories. Well, she's coming out with a new cookbook that I pre-ordered. It's 10% off now on Amazon. It comes out December 6th. And it's healthy meal prep. So I used to meal prep and I got away from it, and I would love to get back to it. Her Flosstube, her YouTube channel is called Downshiftology. She has this way of life where you downshift. You take a lot of the hard work out of your daily routine by making simple changes and creating a healthy lifestyle. I love it. Her cookbook is sugar-free and gluten-free, and I can't wait to get it. So if you pre-order it, she will send you, and you can get on her newsletter, she will send you a free recipe book that is not in the recipes that are not in the cookbook. So I hope you enjoy that. And that is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and spending a few moments with me. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. I'm not sure when that will be, but when I have some more items to share, I think that's when I'll come back on. And then in January, hopefully with my mom, we'll see. And we'll see you soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.